Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing good. So yes, you can see on the screen that today's video is going to be based on a very important report which has been released by World Bank. So you can see on your screen that today we are going to see about the social protection at a global perspective. So the title here is written State of Social Protection Report 2025, the 2 billion person challenge. Now here it is specifically very important to cover before we jump into the news, we jump into the report, we jump into the data. It is very important to see the meaning of social protection. So when I talk about social protection, it is providing protection to the society, as in कि हमारे पास बहुत सारे we have a lot of issues that are associated with the society, as in अगर कोई poverty is one of the issues that we have. Similarly, unemployment is another one. Hunger is another one. Similarly, a lot of issues are there when I talk about the social issues that are there. Now, how government is continuously taking step to curb those issues, that is what is known as social protection. So जो society में जितने भी issues हैं हमारे, for example I just gave an example of poverty, I just gave an example of unemployment, hunger हो गया, और भी बहुत सारे हमारे social issues हैं. अब government इसको किन perspective से लेती है और government क्या क्या steps लेकर आती है specifically और social protection schemes या फिर programs which will take care of the interest of the people who are going through that particular situation. That is entirely the purpose of the social protection, I would say, the programs as well as schemes that are there. Now this particular report is going to analyze the things, as in कि हमारे society में we all know that proper bifurcation is also made of the countries also. So हम countries की bifurcation के हिसाब से देखेंगे कि जो कौन सी country है वो social protection के ऊपर कितना ज़्यादा खर्चा कर रही है. अगर वहाँ पे खर्चा ज़्यादा करा जा रहा है तो वो कितने लोगों को तक reach out हो रहा है और कितने लोग जो हैं वो actually उसका benefit उठा पा रहे हैं. So we'll in this particular video, this particular report is going to be all about numbers and analysis also. Now you will ask me, ma'am, why it is important from our why you are just making video on it. So it is very important from your examination perspective. One, I have told you the meaning of social protection, and now you can see that previous reports, now it has been released in the year of 2025. Okay, 2025 में release हुई है. You can see the title by yourself. Today's this year's title is what? This year's title is State of Social Protection Report 2025, the 2 billion person challenge. ठीक है. Now we'll also analyze in the coming slides that why 2 billion person challenge is being written here. But now it is important कि पिछली बार जो report है वो किसके ऊपर लेकर आई गई थी. So last year जो report है, not specifically last year, the previously this report was released in the year of 2018. That too was on the state of safety nets. So this was a title in 2018, and similar title was there in 2015 also, but the year was changed. But the year was changed, and same with the 2014 also. Otherwise the topic, or I would say the title, was similar in the year of your 2018, 15 as well as 14. Now after many years this has been released today, as in कि इस year जो है वो release हुई है and the topic has been changed. यहाँ पे हम safety nets के बारे में बात करते थे. अब जो जो title है report का, that is entirely on your social protectionism, social protection basically, कि जो social protection है जो specifically जो government steps लेती है लोगों की problems को solve out करने के लिए, फिर जो society में चीज़ें जो issues हैं that are pertaining there, how to curb that. So we are today going to see that entirely. Now I told you that before I jump into this video, there are few concepts which need to be understood. So proper bifurcation of the countries are made. So now firstly we will see the bifurcation. So you can see here कि हमारी जो countries है ना उनकी भी bifurcation होती है as per your World Bank, that is related to your GNI per capita. So जिस भी country की GNI per capita इन levels के बीच में meet out करती है, so उनको एक proper bifurcation दी जाती है. So we have major 4 bifurcations here. Specifically the first one is your low income countries. ठीक है, low income countries, then you have lower middle income countries, then you have upper middle income countries, and then you have high middle income countries. That is entirely based on your GNI per capita. ठीक है। सो GNI पर कैपिटा अगर किसी भी कंट्री का इन रेंजेस के बीच में रेंज कर रहा है, देन अकॉर्डिंगली जो है उनको इस टाइप के अंदर डाल दिया जाता है। नाउ व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट लोअर स्पेसिफिकली लो इनकम कंट्री, सो यू कैन सी कि इनका GNI पर कैपिटा कितना है, दैट विल बी $1135, या फिर अगर उससे लेस है, so those countries are become a part of your what, they become a part of your low income countries. Now giving an example here, so you can take here an example of Afghanistan. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आप एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हो अफगानिस्तान के। ठीक है, similarly we have lower middle income countries. So if there is any country who is ranging between, whose GNI per capita is ranging between 1136 and $4465, those are categorized under what? Those are categorized under the lower middle income. Now you can take an example here of India and Bangladesh. ठीक है, इंडिया एंड बांग्लादेश का एग्जाम्पल आप यहाँ पे ले सकते हो। ठीक है, देन वी हैव अनदर बाइफिकेशन, दैट इज योर अपर मिडिल इनकम। अब जो अपर मिडिल इनकम है ना, ये वो कंट्रीज है जिनका GNI पर कैपिटा किसके बीच में लाई करता है, उनका GNI पर कैपिटा लाई करता है 4466 एंड $13,845। सो अगर किसी भी कंट्री का जो GNI पर कैपिटा अगर इसकी बीच में है, सो दैट कंट्री इज कंसिडर्ड एज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर अपर मिडिल इनकम। फेमस एग्जाम्पल हियर यू कैन टेक इज ऑफ चाइना। ठीक है, देन यू हैव अनदर बाइफिकेशन, दैट इज योर हाई इनकम कंट्रीज। अब यहाँ पे हाई इनकम कंट्रीज कौन सी होंगी? फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे अगर किसी का भी GNI जो है वो 13,846 से फिर उससे ज़्यादा जाता है, सो वो कंट्रीज किसके अंदर आएंगी? वो कंट्रीज आएंगी हमारी हाई मिडिल इनकम कंट्रीज में। फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू हैव US, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू हैव जर्मनी, ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू हैव जापान। So these are the categorizations that has been specifically mentioned in this particular report. Now based on these categorizations only the analysis has been done कि कौन सी country जो है, as in they have not specifically taken name of specific country, but they have said that okay, your your low middle income and your upper middle income countries are just spending on your social protection activities rapidly, but accordingly जो benefits है वो कितने individuals को पहुंच रहा है। So ये सारी चीजें जो है हम आने वाली slides में discuss करेंगे, and entire focus will be on these countries only. Specifically यहाँ पे किसी कंट्री को टारगेट करके तो नहीं बोला है, बट येस वी हैव ग्राफ्स दैट इज बेस्ड ऑन स्पेसिफिक कंट्रीज आल्सो, बट ब्रॉडली हम इन्हीं चीजों के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। ऑलराइट, सो वी आर डन विद द मीनिंग हियर। Coming on to the first, I would say findings here. So it has been specifically said. सबसे पहले हम introduction part करेंगे. This is the crux of the entire, chapter here. Then we'll jump on to the, introduction part. We'll see some, graphs also, and I'll tell you that, specifically these pointers. These are very, very important from your examination perspective. Maybe, this report is released by, your World Bank. So it also plays a very significant role for your, exam. और यहाँ पे कितनी देर बाद जो है ये पूछी गई है रिपोर्ट, 2018 के बाद अभी 2025 में पूछी गई है, एंड द टाइटल ऑल्सो हैज बीन चेंज्ड। उससे पहले किसी और पर्सपेक्टिव पे पूछी जाती थी, अब जो है वो कम्प्लीटली एक नई तरीके से जो है वो रिपोर्ट निकाली गई है। सो देयर आर हाई चांसेस दैट अ क्वेश्चन कैन बी आस्क्ड इन योर एग्जामिनेशन। आई विल टेल यू कि किस तरीके से जो क्वेश्चन है, एज इन जस्ट बेस्ड ऑन द हाई you can say what analysis has been done here. So based on that, there are some kinds of an idea here that what kind of question can be asked. Now jumping onto the summary first here, so it has been said by this particular report. So when I talk about the social protection, so we are specifically targeting here low income and middle income countries. So they said that social protection activities in these particular countries, specifically your low as well as your middle income countries, they are expanding. The social protection has been expanded to how many individuals here? The number is 4.7 people. 4.7 billion people. That is entirely covering your what? That is entirely covering your 3 out of 4. ठीक है, दैट इज इंटायरली कवरिंग योर 3 out of 4, एज इन कि यहाँ पे जितना भी हम एक्सपैंड कर रहे हैं ना एक्टिविटीज को, एटलीस्ट 3 out of 4 इंडिविजुअल्स आर गेटिंग बेनिफिट ऑफ इट। नाउ इट also states this thing that although we have expanded it to 4.7 billion people, but still there are a lot many individuals who are still lacking in it, lacking as in the the benefits are not reaching out to them. Now what is the number of those people here? So it says that 1.6 billion people still lack access and 400 million receive inadequate benefits. So we have few of the you will say the problems here, the hurdles here, that although government is continuously providing the benefits, but still we have 1.6 we have 1.6 crore individuals, 1.6 billion people here who are not able to access it, and some of the people are here, you have 400 million people who are receiving it, but they are receiving it inadequately. Now there is a question on the countries also, that you have a lot of technologies. You have direct benefit transfer schemes like direct benefit transfer. This is not specifically about India, but other countries are also using such similar kind of systems. So when you have such system, why they are still not able to get the resources adequately, why there is still a concept of inadequacy here. Now what are the findings here? This is very, very important. So it says that from 2010 to 2012, right, from 2010 to 2012, you can see the situation here, that covering 73 countries increased by 10% points, right, from 41 to 51. The population in the low income countries, the coverage of the poor grew by 17 percentage points. This is very, very important data. Then you have about low income countries, so they only have an coverage of 25%, and your lower middle income countries cover about 50% of their total population. Okay, so you can see here it has been written कि जो low income countries है ना, they have only 25% of coverage, and when I talk about the lower middle income countries, they cover about 50% of their entire population. So इतने लोगों के तक जो है वो benefits पहुंच रहे हैं. So if tomorrow a question is asked specifically अगर report से भी direct question जो है वो हो सकता है कि objective type में पूछ लिया जाए. So this is the data which you people have to remember. और अगर किसी ना किसी तरीके से अगर if a question is asked in your since it's a part of your social issues, if a question is asked in your descriptive part also, so you can quote this particular data whichever has been written here. Now you have to remember that here we are not talking about the micro perspective, we are talking at the global perspective. Then you have the condition here which says that 18 years will be needed to cover those in extreme poverty, and 20 years for the poorest 20% of the household. So it says that although the situation is very good, although we have seen this thing that the benefits are reaching out to it has been extended out to 4.7 billion people, but still we have digitalization, we have techniques available here, we have systems like direct benefit transfer, but still we need how much time? We will need your 18 years for the extreme poverty, for to cover the areas of extreme poverty, and 20 years for the poorest, and 20% of the households. This is what is the situation, and this is what is the this is what is specifically mentioned in this particular report. Now what are the key challenges here? ठीक है, what are the key challenges here? हमारे पास इतना अच्छा सिस्टम अवेलेबल है, वी ऑल टॉक अबाउट AI, वी ऑल टॉक अबाउट advanced technologies, but where are we lacking here? So similarly, first thing you have is access, that some people, many people, as in I have specifically given you the data also, that many people are there who are not able to access these many resources which is being provided by the government of those particular economies. So you can see here that social protection is lowest for the poor. 2/3 of the extreme poor lack coverage in low income countries. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्या बोला गया है कि जो 2/3 ऑफ जो एक्सट्रीम पुअर हैं, दे लैक इन द कवरेज ऑफ लो इनकम कंट्रीज. देन यू हैव अबाउट द एडिक्वेसी. तो एडिक्वेसी में क्या है? एडिक्वेसी में इट हैज बीन सेड हियर दैट इन लो इनकम कंट्रीज ट्रांसफर जो है all right. So in low income countries, whatever benefits has been transferred now, they just represent 11% of the poor's income. And that is less in a manner. If we want to provide them such benefits, the percentage of the transfer should be more. So whatever is transferred now, whatever benefits is transferred, that is just 11% of the poor's income. That is what has been specifically mentioned here. Now specifically talking about women, so women receive only 81 cents for every $1 men get in transfer. This is a huge number here. Then you have delivery system. जो डिलीवरी सिस्टम है, कंट्रीज नीड टू बी नीड टू स्ट्रॉन्गर इट, नीड दे नीड जस्ट योर शॉक रिस्पॉन्सिव सिस्टम्स ऑल्सो. शॉक रिस्पॉन्सिव सिस्टम्स एज इन कि अगर कोई भी सिचुएशन आ जाती है, एज इन कि अगर किसी की इकोनॉमी डाउन हो जाती है, फिर कोई पैंडमिक सिचुएशन आ जाती है, या फिर कोई भी हेल्थ इश्यूज आ जाते हैं, तो अ सिस्टम शुड बी मेड विच शुड बी डायरेक्ट इन नेचर. एज इन आई स्पेसिफिकली गिव एन एग्जांपल ऑफ even direct benefit transfer also. This is one of the example which India is following. So your World Bank is saying that countries need to come up with such a situation, with such a system, which should be what, which should be our shock responsive system. If tomorrow there is any of the if there is any problem that is there in an economy, but still the benefit should be reach out to an individual. Nonetheless, if there is any of the pandemic or any of the downfall in an economy, so एक ऐसा system बनाना पड़ेगा जो एक तो एडवांस लेवल का हो, एक तो डायरेक्ट जो है उनके अकाउंट में बेनिफिट जो है वो प्रोवाइड होते रहे. एंड सिस्टम एक ऐसा क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा कि कोई भी सिचुएशन आ जाए, जो इंडिविजुअल्स है उनके तक बेनिफिट जो है वो पहुंच रहा है. दैट इज व्हाट इज द रिक्वायर्ड हियर. एंड दिस हाईलाइटेड the need for early warning system and dynamic registries also. Next is about financing. ठीक है, सो फाइनेंसिंग की अगर मैं बात करूँ, सो लो इनकम कंट्रीज जो है वो कितना स्पेंड करती हैं, दे इवन स्पेंड लेस देन 2% ऑफ देयर जीडीपी ऑन द सोशल प्रोटेक्शन. वाइल व्हेन आई टेक इनटू कंसिडरेशन द सिचुएशन ऑफ योर अपर मिडिल इनकम कंट्री, सो दे स्पेंड 6%. Expanding coverage requires either more domestic revenue or external financing. So it has been specifically said by World Bank here. If you want your country to be to be rid of many of these social issues that are there, you need to first start financing towards it. And when you have seen the numbers here, it is just 2% and 6%, but now it is said that you need to increase that even if you want these many issues to be solved out. So of course expenditure भी करना पड़ेगा, social जो हमारी जो social structures है उनके ऊपर हमें expenditure भी करना पड़ेगा. Now when I talk about the higher income countries, so वो जो है वो कितना ज़्यादा they just spend so much कि उनका जो they are specifically focusing on their social protection, I would say, on the social issues that are there in an economy. But now when I talk about the low income countries, so यहाँ पे उनकी जो situation है वो बहुत ज़्यादा टाइटन देखने को मिल रही है, as in they are just spending nothing. So it needs to be increased. और sources क्या होने चाहिए? So it has been specifically said by World Bank here कि या तो domestic revenue जो है आप उसको use कर लीजिए, या तो फिर external financing के through जो है यहाँ पे जो financing है इस particularly चीज़ को चाहिए, so that हम जो है जो लोग हैं जो कि इन issues से they are just struggling through it, they can solve out their problems. And it is the responsibility of government of India only, as in the government of many of the economies here, to look at the issues of the individuals. Okay, next you have is extent of the coverage. So we also need to focus on non-contributory cash transfers here in low income countries and close the gap in the middle income countries. So यहाँ पे non contributory cash transfers, as in you're providing them help. Now whatever help is provided, specifically talking about your social protectionist policies, so ये क्या है कि ये this is a kind of your non contributory cash transfers, as in कि if you are spending something on that particular thing, the another individual is not sending you something back against it, as in कि जो आपने उनको प्रोवाइड करा है वो स्पेसिफिकली किसी चीज़ को टारगेट करके करा है, वो उसके अगेंस्ट आपको प्रीमियम्स या फिर इंटरेस्ट नहीं देने वाले हैं. सो दैट इज स्पेसिफिकली योर नॉन कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटरी कैश ट्रांसफर्स. सो your World Bank says here that we need to focus on non-contributory cash transfers in low income countries, and we need to close gaps in the middle income countries also. ठीक है, this is what has been specifically mentioned. Now we also need to strengthen the adequacy, as in कि जैसे जैसे ट्रांसफर जो है इनकी जेनरोसिटी जो है वो इंक्रीज हो रही है, पर्टिकुलरली फॉर द पुअर. देन यू हैव शॉक प्रूफ सिस्टम, कि कोई भी अगर पैंडमिक आता है, ठीक है, कोई भी अगर पैंडमिक आ जाता है, अगर कोई भी सिचुएशन में बहुत ज़्यादा हाइज एंड लोज चलते हैं, यू हैव टू क्रिएट सच अ सिस्टम दैट स्टिल even then there are highs and lows going on in the market, but still the poor, his needs should be taken care of. Everything should be taken care of the social issues that are there. So nonetheless you have lot many issues that is going on in your economy, but still this is your responsibility, this is your obligation to take care of the social issues also. Then you have about the optimize of the financing. So we need to increase the social protection funding through domestic revenue या फिर external financing, and we need to relocate existing resources to target, to better target the poor. This was just a crux of what we have read here. Now we have introduction part here. Now we'll jump into the introduction part here. We have done the summary part. Now we'll see that what does data say, what is all about in the coming slides. This particular chapter contains 3 chapters here. So पहले हम introduction करेंगे, then we will jump on to the 3 chapters. The first, it says that over the past decade, social protection has covered 4.7 billion people in low and middle income countries, and that is 3 out of 4. We have read that. We are done with it. And it also says that it has been observed among the extreme poor in low middle income countries, where coverage has been increased by an average of 17 percentage points. This has also been mentioned. This is also mentioned. This is also covered. Compared to the global average of 11 percentage points, this is also a part of it. Okay. Now this expansion has been improved, has improved social protection across all income levels, that is benefiting not only the extreme poor in your lower income countries, but also the middle income class households also, and the upper middle income countries also. So this is what we have already done. This is what we have already done. Now we'll jump on to the another part which has been specifically mentioned in this particular in this report. So now it has been said कि जो demographic imbalance है ना, they are causing labor shortages in many high income countries, while when I talk about low income countries, so they have large untapped youth population. ठीक है. So यहाँ पे जो demographic imbalances है ना, जो demographic imbalances है वो क्या create कर रहे हैं, लेबर शॉर्टेज क्रिएट कर रहे हैं हाई इनकम कंट्रीज में. नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू टेक एन एग्जांपल हियर. स्पेसिफिकली अगर मैं एग्जांपल लूँ यहाँ पे जापान की, ठीक है, स्पेसिफिकली यहाँ पे अगर मैं एग्जांपल लूँ जापान की, सो एवरीवन नोज कि इसका जो डेमोग्राफिक डिविडेंड है यहाँ पे हमें क्या ज़्यादा देखने को मिलती है, वी सी एजेड पॉपुलेशन मोर हियर. ठीक है, वी नो दैट एजेड पॉपुलेशन इज मोर इन जापान. वाई? Just because of the many policies that has been taken in the past, specifically in Japan, as well as when I talk about the cases of China also. But now when I talk about low middle income countries like India, we are rich in demographic dividend, and we have high chances, and we have high labor here also, because we have young generation, we have young assets. And over the period of time we will see that young generation is only the one who will be able to work in the different sectors. Accordingly, when I talk about the aged population, so aged population किस में आ जाती है, dependent category में आ जाती है over the period of time, because you have children, you have adolescent, and you have then aged your population also, which comes under the category of dependent people. So that particular economy is somewhere or just lacks somewhere or another. Why? Because यहाँ पे जो asset है वो कहीं ना कहीं हमें कम देखने को मिलता है, और जो dependent population है वो ज़्यादा देखने को मिलती है. That is the problem. It is a kind of problem for that particular nation. So this is also specifically mentioned in this particular report कि यहाँ पे जो demographic imbalances है ना हमारे high income countries में, that is creating a problem here. Why? Because यहाँ पे जो aged population है वो ज़्यादा है when I compare it with the human asset, or I would say working class. So यहाँ पे इसके कारण क्या है कि जो हमारी लेबर की अवेलेबिलिटी है वो बहुत ज़्यादा कम है. दैट इज बीन स्पेसिफिकली बाय द डेमोग्राफिक इम्बैलेंस. देन यू हैव इन अदर थिंग्स दैट low income countries are the one. They have large population, and they too have young population that is still untapped. So यहाँ पे हम when I talk about low middle income countries, if low income countries की अगर मैं बात करूँ, low middle income countries में अगर मैं बात करूँ, so you have specifically an example of India. So India का भी यही situation है कि हमारे पास बहुत सारी ऐसी population है कि that is still untapped, and that is your human asset. That is your what? That is your human asset. However, when I talk about global solutions, so they are addressing the aging population, youth unemployment and migration, they are lacking here. And when I talk about the technological advancement, so digitalization and green transition, it will require and a significant programs to upskill workers, support those who are left behind, and amid these transitions, effective social protectionist policies are crucial for helping households and workers manage shocks, adapt to changes, access better employment opportunities. Social protection has become a more essential than ever. So what is written in this particular paragraph, as in कि यहाँ पे अगर मैं बात करूँ कि social structure की, for example, now again I'll take an example here. For example, you have AI. ठीक है, everyone knows कि over the period of time we'll see an advent of AI, full advent of AI, full penetration of AI in the coming years. Now that will create what? Somewhere or another structural change. अगर मैं बैक देन पुराने टाइम की बात करूँ, स्पेसिफिकली टॉकिंग अबाउट इंडिया, तो जब इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन आया था, सो यहाँ पे पहले जो जनरेशंस थे हु हाईली डिपेंडेंट ऑन लेबर्स, सो उन्होंने क्या करा था कि जब हमारी मशीन्स वगैरह का जो मशीन्स वगैरह वो आनी शुरू हो गई, तो उनको कहीं ना कहीं प्रॉब्लम हुई थी, एंड दोज पीपल हु लर्नड द यूसेज ऑफ मशीन्स, they learn to survive and they learn to earn money also. But those who did not get a chance to learn, they lagged behind, and this was the reason that the gap between have and have nots increased over the period of time. Similarly is the case today also, that we have structural change again. Now we are saying, why now we are watching that AI is the one who will replace the high tech jobs. So this is one of a kind of structural change that we'll see in the coming in the coming time. और यहाँ पे those people who face job loss, and here those people, for example, कि अगर कोई भी एक individual है, पूरी family में एक ही individual है who was working, now since because of the advent of AI, उसका जो job है वो वहाँ से जो है वो lay off हो चुका है. Now you consider a situation जो उस पूरी family के ऊपर कैसा impact पड़ेगा. So here it says that now comes a part of your government, where government has a responsibility of supporting those families here. So this is one of the example hypothetical situation which I have taken here just to simplify the concepts. Then we have about a chart here, so you can see that 2 billion people in low and middle income countries recover the uncovered or inadequate that cover the social protection is specifically of social protection. So you can see a situation here कि जो yellow वाला part है, that shows what people that are lacking here, that are lacking any social protection coverage, and the blue part says the people with inadequate social protection coverage. So यहाँ पे जो येलो वाला पार्ट है क्या बोल रहा है कि जो वो वाले लोग they are lacking any of the social coverage, and blue वाला पार्ट क्या है, they are within inadequate social coverage, कि यहाँ पे इनको benefits तो मिल रहे हैं but they are still inadequate in a manner. Now you can see here in front of your screen a new word here which is your aspire. ठीक है, which is your aspire. So that shows that original map for the publication is based on the ATLAS, that specifically your ATLAS of social protection, indicators of resilience and equity, that is your aspire household data. ठीक है, now household है, फिर अगर मैं aspire की बात करूँ, so aspire एक it's a kind of involvement of the World Bank only. Now what does it provide? It provides a comprehensive data analysis on the social protection progress. aspire क्या बताता है? comprehensive, एक comprehensive जो है वो data देता है कि हमारे जो social protection है, जो हमारा social protection है उसमें कितनी progress करी है हमारी 4 categories of countries ने. Now you can see here कि जो कैटेगराइजेशन भी है ये भी इसका कौन ध्यान रखता है, उसकी प्रोग्रेस का ध्यान रखता है, एस्पायर. सो आई हैव टोल्ड यू इन अ वेरी सिंप्लीफाइड मैनर. देन दिस रिपोर्ट हाइलाइट्स द प्रोग्रेस इन 3 पिलर्स ऑफ सोशल प्रोटेक्शंस. सो नाउ इट सेज दैट वी हैव 3 पिलर्स ऑफ सोशल प्रोटेक्शन, एंड नाउ इट विल हाइलाइट द प्रोग्रेस अमंग देम. सो नाउ यू हैव फर्स्ट सोशल असिस्टेंस, सोशल इंश्योरेंस एज वेल एज योर लेबर मार्केट एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोग्राम्स. ठीक है, सो ये क्या है, हमारे 3 पिलर्स हैं किसके, हमारे सोशल प्रोटेक्शन के. नाउ इट सेज दैट it focuses on both coverage as well as adequacy of benefits also, and it is aligned with the concept of universal social protection, which aims to provide equitable access of protection for the all, ensuring they are safeguarded against poverty and risk throughout their lives. It also supports the access of productive work for all, enhancing livelihood as well as your well-being also. So we have seen in this particular paragraph that it contains 3 of the pillars here. One is your social assistance, another one is what your social insurance, and the third one is your labor market and employment and programs. In the coming slides we'll see that, but also that was specifically mentioned in this particular report here, that it says that you need to provide benefit to those individuals, firstly, who need it, and you also have to check the time that when they need it. So these are the two things which every government should take care of, whenever social protection is given, is provided to the people who need it. So you have to take care of this thing, that if they need it or not, that is one thing, and when is the time that they need it. So these are the two things which every economy should take care of. Then you have about the protection that promotes three things here, which is your equity, resilience, as well as opportunities also. So social protectionism is just based on this triangle here, which first says about resilience. Now resilience, यहाँ पे resilience का meaning क्या है कि इंश्योरेंस प्रोवाइड करता है अगेंस्ट द शॉक्स, जस्ट टू मैनेज द शॉक्स, ठीक है. सो रेजिलियंस क्या है कि अगर हम सोशल प्रोटेक्शनिज्म उनको देते हैं ना, सो यहाँ पे ये तीन पर्पसेस को पूरा करता है. सबसे पहले तो रेजिलियंस एज एन कि अगर कोई भी शॉक आता है तो हमें इंश्योरिटी हो जाती है कि ओके दिस इज व्हाट हैज बीन प्रोवाइडेड टू अस एंड दिस विल सिक्योर अस. देन यू हैव इक्विटी, इक्विटी एज इन कि वी हैव टू रिड्यूस पॉवर्टी एंड इनइक्वालिटी, प्रमोटिंग इक्वालिटी ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी एज वेल एज एड्रेसिंग एक्सक्लूजन ऑल्सो. नाउ इक्विटी इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड हियर, and everyone knows that there is a difference between equity as well as equality. Now equality says that if government tomorrow says that I'll start distributing 1,000 rupees to each and every individual, so that is equality. Maybe we have some people whose annual income is just above 50 lakhs, and we have some people whose annual income is just not even equivalent to 3 lakhs. So this is the difference. This is a huge difference here. But what government has said that I'll provide 1,000 per month in each and every account that is there. Maybe in the account of girl child. So you see here कि जो 1,000 की जो वैल्यू है वो किसके लिए ज़्यादा है, फॉर द इंडिविजुअल हु इज अर्निंग 3 lakh और फॉर द इंडिविजुअल हु इज अर्निंग 50 lakhs. So that is your equality. But equity comes into play when government says that I'll provide 1,000 to those individuals who need that, या फिर वो individuals की whose annual income is not exceeding 5 lakhs. That is what it is equity. So equity में क्या है कि you are providing resources to those individuals only जिनको ज़रूरत है, ठीक है. That is what is called as equity. Then you have opportunity. So social protectionism gives rise to opportunities also. It gives an opportunity for promoting investment in the human capital and also help men and women to access the productive work. Okay. Then you have rest of the things which are associated here. So over the past decade, the share of the population receiving social protection in low and middle income countries have rose to 10 percentage points, right from 41 to 51%. I think we are done with it, right? And where the coverage have been more than doubled, especially among the poor, that is 17% जो है वो increase देखने को मिला है. See, I am just underlining the words which are important. So this is very very important, this data. Okay, this data is very very important and this data is also very very important. So data, ठीक है, जितना भी data है आपको एकदम consider करके रखना है. You have to consider it. आपका जो social issues वाले जो आपके notes बने होंगे उसमें ये सारा जो data है, keeping heading, also mentioning the heading here of the report, title एकदम लिख लेना और उसके अंडर जो है ये सारी जो हेडिंग्स हैं आपको एकदम लिखनी है, ठीक है. देन नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट द सोशल इंश्योरेंस, वन ऑफ द पिलर्स ऑफ इट. सो सोशल इंश्योरेंस की अगर मैं बात करूँ दैट इज लिमिटेड इन मैनर, ठीक है. सोशल इंश्योरेंस एज इन कि जितने भी हमारे इश्यूज हैं यू आर प्रोवाइडिंग देम इंश्योरेंस अबाउट दिस थिंग कि इफ देयर इज एनी लॉस टुमारो यू हैव इंश्योरेंस दैट यू विल बी प्रोवाइडेड विद द you will be you will take care of your interest. So with less than 2% of the population in less income countries and in low income countries and 8% in low middle income country that is covered. So this is also very important, the data here, okay. Then it says that in countries, upper middle income countries provide coverage to 26%. So comparatively it is more, है ना, comparatively it is more. Now comparing at the current rates, so it will take until 2043 if the situation remains same. We will need 2043 to fully cover those extreme poverty until 2045 and for the poorest 20% of the households. So ये हमने पहले भी कर रहा था but हमने जो है वो year नहीं देखे थे. Now we have seen the years also. Now it also says that despite there is a lot of progress, lot of expansion that we have done, but now when I talk about upper middle income countries, so they spend over 6% of of the GDP on the social protection. When I talk about LMIC, which is your low middle income countries, they spend 3.7%, and your low income countries, they spend just even less than 2%. So this is what you can just write in your data. Just write this data in your notebooks as in your notes. And women typically कितना लेती है? They receive 81 cents every dollar, $1 male beneficiaries. So we are done with it. Okay, then you have a report which is entirely based on the latest update of your Aspire, and this covers the 153 countries. लो अब देखो ये वाला जो है वो बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, हो सकता है डायरेक्टली यहीं से क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए. तो यहाँ पे जो पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट है किसके ऊपर बेस्ड है? लेटेस्ट डेटा ऑफ द वर्ल्ड बैंक एस्पायर. ठीक है, एस्पायर के ऊपर, जिसमें कंट्रीज कितनी आती है? 153 कंट्रीज आती हैं. अब इसमें भी कैटेगराइजेशन है. लो इनकम कंट्रीज जो है वो कितने इन्वॉल्व हैं? दैट इज 25. मिडिल इनकम कंट्रीज की अगर मैं बात करूँ दैट इज 105. Similarly, when I talk about your high income countries की अगर मैं बात करूँ तो वो कितने इन्वॉल्व हैं? Those are 23. ठीक है, so you have a chart. I have made a chart ready for you. So आप इसको क्या कर सकते हो? Consider कर सकते हो, and it is very important that you are just combining it in your notes. Okay. Next it says that it uses household survey data from 104 countries representing 96% of population in LIC and MIC. This is also very important कि जो survey है, जो household survey data है वो कितनी country से लिया गया है? It has been taken from 104 countries and it represents 96% of the population right from LICs as well as your MICs also. Then it says that for the first time the report includes sex disaggregated performance indicators, and it also quantifies the number of people in the household contributing to social insurance but they are not receiving benefits. So this is for the first time that it is including the sex disaggregated performance also. So you can just write this also, you can just mention this also in your notes. Now it also introduces a measure of inadequate coverage where individuals living in poverty receive social protection benefits less than 20% of the poverty line. This is also very important. Now this marks the first comprehensive coverage of social assistance, labor market, social insurance programs in the World Bank State of Social Protection series. So जितना मैंने underline करा है सिर्फ यही important है. ठीक है. Now we are jumping on to chapter 1. So chapter 1 में ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है. Tells us about the challenges that are there. ठीक है. Chapter 1 में main important क्या है? The graphs that we'll see in the coming slides. Alright, so you can see the situation here. We are taking into consideration the data of 2022. So 2022, according to 2022, it says that out of 6.3 billion people, specifically in LICs and your MICs, जो 2 billion है, they have missed the opportunity of taking your social benefits या फिर they are getting inadequate benefits. This is what is the data of 2022. So 2 billion people were either missed or inadequately provided with the social socially covered. Now specifically talking about your 1.6 billion lived in households with no social protection benefits or social insurance contributions. This is also very important. ये वाला जितना भी data है ना, ये वाला जितना भी data है इसको एकदम अच्छे से लिख लेना कहीं पे so that you do not miss it out. And when I talk about 400 million people, so I've already told you they are in the poorest quintile. They have received less than 20%. They have received less than 20% of what has been distributed. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे अगर मैं gap coverage की बात करूँ, so that was much higher in your MICs if I compare it with the LICs. अगर MICs की बात करूँ, that is 1.2 billion. When I compare it with LIC, that is just your 500 million. Now excluding China here, excluding China and India here, the gap increased from 32% to your 49%. अगर हम चाइना और इंडिया को एक्सक्लूड कर दे इससे, तो यहाँ पे जो गैप है, जो गैप एज इन कि जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज या फिर जो असिस्टेंस जो प्रोवाइड करवाई जाती है, स्पेसिफिकली टॉकिंग अबाउट योर सोशल प्रोटेक्शन, इट गेट्स इंक्रीज्ड. ठीक है, इट गेट्स इंक्रीज्ड एज इन कि यहाँ पे जो मिडिल इनकम कंट्रीज और जो लो इनकम कंट्रीज के बीच में जो गैप है वो क्या हो जाता है, और ज़्यादा इंक्रीज हो जाता है. दैट इज योर स्पेसिफिकली मिडिल इनकम कंट्रीज की अगर मैं बात करूँ, दैट बिकम्स 32% एंड लो इनकम कंट्रीज का कैसा हो जाता है 49%. ठीक है. नाउ यू हैव अ डेटा हियर. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे this is also very important that 2 billion people in low and middle income countries are missed or inadequately covered by the social protectionism. So this is the further bifurcation of data that has been given here. 2 million का हमने already जो है वो देख चुका है. Total that is your 6.3%. And then you have a situation of your low income as well as your low middle and upper middle income also. Okay, here is a percentage of population in low and middle income countries by country income level as well as your region. So you can see here that the percentage of total population has been included here. Now it includes further bifurcation also. Low income may be, lower income may be, middle income may be, and then you have further bifurcations here. Your East Asia and Pacific, Europe and Central Asia. Then you have Latin America and Caribbean, and then you have other nations also. This is also very important. The coverage gap increases substantially if China and India are excluded. ठीक है, so this is also very very important. अगर China और India को अगर हम exclude कर देते हैं, जो gap है, it increases over the period of time. ठीक है. Now this is the coverage gap that rises to almost half for those in the poorest quintile. So हमने data जो है वो already देख लिया है. We have seen the data. You can just go through the graphs. These graphs are very very important. क्यों? क्योंकि इनमें से आपको direct जो data है वो मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, you will get direct data from here, and that is also very important. All right. So now you can see that here we are going to talk about the low income countries coverage gaps that reaches to 98% among the extreme poor. So now you can see the situation of here itself कि यहाँ पे हमने क्या consider करा है. We have considered percentage of poor, percentage of population in the extreme poverty here. Now when I talk about specifically talking about your SC contributor and not SP beneficiaries, so this is the situation, and those who have missed the opportunity, that is this much, and then these are who have missed the opportunity. This is who have missed the opportunity. This is about your social indicator as well as your protection coverage. That is this only. Okay, then is your blue, that is your protection beneficiary, and then is blue one, that is special your social protection beneficiary covered inadequately. So इतना जो है उन्होंने inadequately cover करा है, इतने लोगों ने जो है वो miss कर दिया है. Then you have the beneficiaries who have not been provided, that is this much, and then you have this this 10 जहाँ पे क्या होगा, जो social जो protection beneficiaries हैं, they've reached out. Then you have other countries also, so you can consider them one by one. Okay. Then we have chapter 2, that is just on the analysis that have been made here, assessing the country performance or coverage. हम यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे, growth, but how it has been the slow process. So we've already been this, we have already seen this thing कि जो expansion rate is increasing over the period of time, specifically talking about your low income countries as well as your upper your specifically your middle income countries. So of course expansion तो हो रहा है, but what is the situation here, that why it is lacking behind, why the progress is so slow here. So right from 2010 to 2020 social protection जो coverage है वो increase हुई है right from 41% to 51%. ठीक है, right from 41 to 51%. Now specifically taking into consideration the poor, so it rose right from 54% to 65%, and for those in the extreme poverty the coverage grew from 59% to 70%. social assistance programs की बात करूँ, so यहाँ पे especially जैसे cash transfers हो गए. ठीक है, अब बहुत बार ऐसे ही जो है वो चीज़ें provide करवाई जाती है कि cash transfers as in कि girl child को इतना cash जो है वो हर महीने मिलेगा, या फिर farmers को annually इतना income मिलेगा. Then you have school feeding also, कि start coming to the schools, will provide you these many benefits. For example, अगर कुछ nutritional food हो गया, then कुछ ना कुछ raw material हो गया, as in के जो raw food होता है, कुछ दाल हो गई, कुछ जो basically आंगनवाड़ीज़ में provide करवाया जाता है. This is the one of the things which I am talking about India, but यहाँ पे हम global perspective की बात कर रहे हैं. तो यहाँ पे cash transfers हो गए, school feeding होगी, these were the primary drivers. However, when I talk about social insurance coverage now, so that is the reason which is remaining limited in manner. So यहाँ पे जो social assistance programs है वो तो हम चला रहे हैं, but यहाँ पे अगर मैं social insurance की बात करूँ, this is where we are lacking in. Now when I talk about innovative your voluntary saving schemes also, they are also emerging for the informal workers, but they face challenges like your low coverage and your inefficient savings for the old age. Okay, Then we have a figure here which tells us that social protection has expanded considerably over the past decades. So of course we can see the situation कि यहाँ पे हमारे जो जो system है that is increasing over the period of time. When I talk about high income countries that is more, and upper middle income countries की बात करो so यहाँ पे आपको यहाँ पे graph जो है rise होता हुआ दिखेगा. Low middle income countries की बात करो so that is also rising. Low income countries की बात करो so that is also rising. In total it is also rising over the period of time. ठीक है. Then you have adequacy here. So adequacy की अगर मैं बात करूँ so यहाँ पे social protection जो benefits है ना, though they are essential but they are often too low to significantly reduce the poverty. Specifically talking about your women, so men and women के बीच में जो gap है, everyone knows that it remains every time. Now I give an example of the sense also कि यहाँ पे for every $1 that is received by men, women is getting only 81 cents. So the work is equivalent. What men is contributing, women is also contributing equally. But when it comes on to paying the wages here, so they are both of the genders are struggling here. As in specifically women only, why men? On average, countries spend 5.3% of GDP on social protection, but closing coverage and adequacy gaps, requires much of the investment here. And specifically talking about the low-income countries also, because they are just, expanding even less than your 2%. ठीक है, this is what is about the greatest coverage. अगर social assistance की बात करो, so it has the greatest coverage. You can see here that the blue one shows about the all social protection, and then you have yellow one about all social assistance. Blue one says about all social insurance, and all labor market is of course less. But when I compare it with the light blue one, that is all social protection, so you can see the graph, it is all it has been seen increased everywhere. Then you have cash transfers as well as school feeding that has highest rates of coverage among the social assistance programs. So of course you can see the case here, it is also what has been specifically mentioned. Then you have adequacy of benefits. It remains low, especially in the lower income countries. So we have already done the theory here as well as we've seen the data, but this is what is the graphical form of it. Now about the financing. So of course the World Bank also emphasizes on this thing that financing is something that every country needs to increase, as in that if you want that in your particular country your social issues should be reduced, so of course you need to finance it more. ठीक है, जितना ज़्यादा फाइनेंस इसके ऊपर करोगे जो सोशल प्रोटेक्शन है वो उतना ही ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा. नाउ विल कम ऑन टू द नंबर्स. सो यू कैन सी हियर दैट स्पेसिफिकली टॉकिंग अबाउट द हायर इनकम कंट्री, दे फंड देयर सोशल असिस्टेंस प्रोग्राम्स प्राइमरीली फ्रॉम द डोमेस्टिक सोर्सेज एज इन कि जितना भी उनका डोमेस्टिक सोर्सेज से इनकम आती है ना, वो उसी से क्या करते हैं, सोशल प्रोटेक्शन की तरफ जो फंड्स हैं वो वहाँ पे एलोकेट कर रहे हैं. सो द फॉर्म ऑफ फंडिंग, और आई वुड से वन ऑफ द सोर्स ऑफ फंडिंग ऑफ हाई इनकम कंट्रीज इज फ्रॉम देयर डोमेस्टिक सोर्सेज ओनली. While when I talk about 67 of social assistance in low income country come from the international grants. Expenditure on labor market programs is minimal, and especially your LICs where it's almost non-existent. तो यहाँ पे ये जो सिचुएशन है दैट मेक्स अ डिफरेंस हियर कि जो हायर इनकम कंट्रीज हैं उनका जितना भी उनकी अपनी इनकम है वही वो क्या लगा रहे हैं, अपने लोगों की प्रोटेक्शन की तरफ लगा रहे हैं. बट व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट लो इनकम कंट्रीज, सो दे आर बीइंग फाइनेंस्ड फ्रॉम द इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. दिस इज अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस between both of the countries here. Then you have something that is related to shock responsiveness. Shock responsiveness as in कि आपके पास एक ऐसा system होना चाहिए. We have said this thing that if you want your economy to be socially protected, as in to be socially protected from the social issues that are there, you have to build one of the strongest system here. If there is any of the highs and lows that are going in your economy, but still you have to build a system that still the benefit is just reaching out to the end consumer. जो benefit है वो हमेशा पहुंचना चाहिए irrespective of the thing कि जितने भी highs and lows है. अगर आपकी economy में downfall है, still the benefit should be provided. If there is any pandemic going on, for example taking case of COVID-19 pandemic, so वहाँ पे जो we saw that migration increased over the period of time. People started migrating, people started coming onto the roads, although the situation of lockdowns were going on, but still they just wanted to go back their homes because यहाँ पे काम ही नहीं था. So वो भी वहाँ पे रह के क्या करते जब expenditure बढ़ना ही था over the period of time. So this is what government has to ensure that whenever there is any shock in an economy, benefit is just reaching out to those individuals. Next you have is, especially about the cash transfers. It proves to be effective during the COVID-19 pandemic, with 1.7 billion people in low-income countries and middle-income countries receiving emergency payments, more than half of whom were first-time recipients. Countries with better pre-pandemic, social protection coverage were able to expand their programs quickly during the crisis. While when I talk about high-income countries, so they, recovered faster due to what existing labor market programs as well as flagship cash transfers. Now we'll again talk about the key statistics here. So when I talk about the global coverage, so यहाँ पे 2010 में situation कैसा था? It was just 41%. Now it has been increased to 51%. Poorest quintile coverage की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so it has been increased to 65%. The extreme poverty coverage की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so it has been increased to 70%. ठीक है. Social assistance की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so primary coverage drivers हैं ये, ठीक है, and especially your cash transfer as well as the school feeding that you are going there. Then you have international grant funding, so it includes 67% of LIC in LIC for the social assistance that is there. Then talking about the labor market program, so यहाँ पे जो high income countries है वो फिर भी कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो contribute कर देती हैं, but जो low income countries हैं वो एकदम nil के बराबर जो है वो contribute करे. The entire system is just equivalent to 0. Now we are done with chapter 1 and chapter 2. Now we'll jump, now we are going to jump onto chapter 3, that is just what we can do to strengthen our social protection amid the global challenges. So it has been said that the social protection and labor system must adapt to global challenges, including climate, emerging challenges, as in emerging challenges की अगर मैं बात करूँ, food insecurity is the one, conflicts and displacements that is going among various nations, then climate change is the one. But still, we have to adopt such a system which will prove as best. So by 2030, the climate change push, 130 billion people to extreme poverty. This is what are the cases that is expected here. Now, government has to take care of this thing and have to bring one system which will take care of this particular thing. Currently, current social protection system often lack climate mitigation, adaptive measures, but resilient, when I talk about the resilient social protection, that can help, reduce the climate vulnerability and aid the social, the response to the climate related shocks. Then when I talk about the conflicts as well as violences that, specifically leads to poverty as well as loss of life also, when specifically talking about the taking into consideration the case of Russia and Ukraine. So यहाँ पे loss of life जो है वो increase हुआ over the period of time. The jobs has been, I would say, has been, just on the verge of getting finished. So यहाँ पे जो sustenance है life का वो बहुत ज़्यादा जो है वो, मुश्किल हो जाता है. And there comes, the role of government now, since, the two parties, or I would say the two countries are involved in the fight, in the violence. So now is the responsibility of government of India to take care of those people who are left behind. Then you have, with the fragile region projected to house 60% of the world's extreme poverty by 2030. This is what we are projecting here. Okay. Then you have about the subsidy reforms. So subsidy reform में government often uses subsidies to make essential goods and services affordable. India की बात करूँ, so farmers में specifically हम fertilizers वगैरह जो है वो affordable rate पे दे देते हैं. क्यों? ताकि जो individuals हैं वो क्या कर सकें, अपना जो खेती है उसकी better crop yield जो है वो expect कर सकें. Then however when I talk about subsidies, so ये क्या करते हैं, they can be inefficient, they can be costly as well as regressive also. But for instance, subsidies on fossil fuel and agriculture total over $7 trillion annually, which benefits the wealthier population more than the poor population. So this is what is known as equality, and there comes the role of government in finding out कि किसके पास जो exactly जो opportunity है, as in जो facility है वो पहुंचनी चाहिए. Government has to focus towards the equity rather than equality. Now, fossil fuel subsidies contribute to 7 million premature deaths from air pollution annually, while agricultural subsidies cause a significant deforestation. ठीक है. Then you have about the enhancing of the delivery system for the better crisis response. So हमने ये बहुत बार देख लिया है कि एक ऐसा robust delivery system हमें जो है वो तैयार करना है, एक ऐसा DPI जो है हमें digital public infrastructure जो है हमें एक ऐसा तैयार करना है, such as they have taken an example of social registries and digital payments. Taking into consideration the case of India, you have direct benefit transfer. ठीक है, direct benefit transfer, who have 3 bifurcations here, specifically your JAM. ठीक है. सो यहाँ पे हमें एक ऐसा सिस्टम तैयार करना है, दिस इज द केस ऑफ इंडिया. ओके, डोंट जस्ट start comparing it with the other nations. This is the case of India. So the World Bank says that every country, every economy should prepare such a system using your DPI which will not take care of the highs and lows which are going on in economy, but किसके ऊपर फोकस करेगा, इस चीज़ के ऊपर फोकस करेगा कि जो बेनिफिट जो है वो इट इज़ डायरेक्टली रीचिंग आउट टू द इंडिविजुअल्स. ठीक है, अडेप्टिंग टू इकोनॉमिक and climate transition. So over the period of time we are saying कि by 2030 we'll see vulnerabilities there. Poverty जो है just because of the climate change देखने को मिलेगी, employment जो unemployment है वो बढ़ेगा, poverty जो situation मिलेगी. So we need to adapt it. ठीक है, ऐसा सिस्टम हमें लेकर आना चाहिए कि हमें जो है हम इसको अडाप्ट करके एक नई पॉलिसीज जो है वो लेकर आ सकें. Economic inclusion of vulnerable population. So you can see the situation here that economic inclusion programs, aim to create sustainable employment opportunities for the vulnerable groups by providing them coordinated intervention to increase the income and assets. Now, specifically taking an example of Afghanistan, so such programs result in a 32% increase in income and better resilience against the multiple crisis. ठीक है, नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट द सोशल इंश्योरेंस फॉर शॉक रिस्पॉन्सिव. सो जब भी कुछ भी शॉक्स वगैरह आते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल स्पेसिफिकली टेकिंग एन एग्जांपल ऑफ योर कोविड पैंडमिक दैट वाज देयर, तो यहाँ पे क्या इंश्योर करा जाना चाहिए, यहाँ पे सोशल इंश्योरेंस जो है वो इंश्योर करी जानी चाहिए. जब पैंडमिक सिचुएशन भी आई थी तो क्या जो है वो चीज़ें, कई कंट्रीज ने क्या चीज़ें बोली थी कि हम जो है हम आपको जो फूड फैसिलिटी है वो आपके घर पे ही प्रोवाइड करेंगे ताकि आपको जो है वो बाहर ना जाना पड़े. सो सोशल इंश्योरेंस कहीं ना कहीं जो है पैंडमिक की सिचुएशन पे, हाइज एंड लोज की सिचुएशन पे हर एक गवर्नमेंट को इंश्योर करनी पड़ेगी हर एक इकोनॉमी में. ठीक है, दिस इज व्हाट इज ऑल अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग. देन यू हैव डेटा एंड फोरकास्ट टू इम्प्रूव रिस्पॉन्सिवनेस हियर. दिस इज आवर कंक्लूजन पार्ट. ठीक है, दिस इज आवर कंक्लूजन, दिस इज आवर कंक्लूजन पार्ट. ठीक है, सो व्हाट वी कैन डू हियर कि हमें एक ऐसा जो डेटा सिस्टम है, एक एडवांस डेटा सिस्टम जो है हम यहाँ पे लेकर आना पड़ेगा. फॉर एग्जांपल यू हैव सैटेलाइट बेस्ड ट्रिगर्स. इट कैन इम्प्रूव व्हाट, इट विल इम्प्रूव द एफिशिएंसी ऑफ सोशल प्रोटेक्शन रिस्पॉन्सेज. फॉर एग्जांपल यू हैव नाइजर. It uses satellite data to trigger cash transfers during 2022 droughts. Okay, this is one of the examples here. Now, government should also start investing in adaptive, scalable, as well as well-funded social protection systems that are responsive to both normal as well as crisis periods also. ठीक है, जैसे जैसे फ्रिक्वेंसी बढ़ेगी शॉक्स की, ट्रांजिशंस की, हमारा जो पर्पस है यहाँ पे क्या है, हम क्या जो सिस्टम है वो ऐसा बिल्ड करें कि जहाँ पे हमें जो है वो इन चीज़ों से इफेक्ट ना पड़े. ठीक है, देन यू हैव अ कॉल फॉर एक्शन for more and better social protection. So we got to know कि जो 2 billion people हैं, they are in low and middle income countries who lack in social protection. That is the reason the title has been given as 2 billion. ठीक है, that is the reason the title has been given to given as 2 billion कि हमें उन लोगों का ध्यान रखना है who are lacking in the social protection. Although people are getting benefits here, but we also have to take care of the 2 billion people who are not getting benefit here. ठीक है, now this will include what we have to address. this countries should do what, low and middle income countries की अगर मैं बात करूँ तो यहाँ पे इनको नॉन कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटरी सोशल असिस्टेंस के ऊपर ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. एज इन कि ऐसे ही जो असिस्टेंस है उनको प्रोवाइड करवानी पड़ेगी जिसके रिटर्न में प्रीमियम्स या फिर जो इंटरेस्ट है वो ना आए. देन वी ऑल्सो हैव टू फोकस ऑन द इकोनॉमिक इंक्लूजन प्रोग्राम्स ऑल्सो, स्पेसिफिकली टॉकिंग अबाउट योर मिडिल इनकम कंट्रीज. सो these countries have to ensure that we have to strengthen our existing programs, and we also have to include the informal workers also. Informal workers as in आपके gig workers हो गए, they are not formal in nature, but informal जो workers हैं उनको भी आपको benefits provide करने हैं. For example अगर इंडिया की बात करूँ तो BD workers जैसे हो गए, उनको benefits provide करना. So हमारे यहाँ पे जो informal है as well as formal जो है वो भी included है. So जो middle income countries है, one of the suggestions that has been given here कि start including informal workers also, and whatever you have implemented, just strengthen it more. Now a crux of it, so countries need adaptive social protection system, integrated labor market programs, and a better targeted transfers. Regressive subsidies that are there, it should be replaced to free up resources. Robust delivery system like digital registries, payment systems are also essential. While when I talk about deep reforms, they are needed. Long term gradual progress can be made can be made now to create a more inclusive as well as resilient future. ठीक है, this is all about this particular report here, and it is very very important from your examination perspective. नए है, last time 2018 में जो है वो include करी गई थी. Now you also know कि बहुत सारे जो नए features इसके अंदर include करे गए हैं. So it is very very important that you cover it comprehensively. So ये जितना भी मैंने आपको data करवाया है, this much is enough. Now you need not to go by yourself. You just read the 120 pages long report by yourself also, because यहाँ पे जो crux है, यहाँ पे जो main चीज़ें हैं वो मैं already include कर चुकी हूँ. This much is very very enough for your examination perspective. Of course, this is what is based on the hypothesis and the forecast that has been done here. Now no one knows about the examiner also कि वो हो सकता है कि किस तरीके का question जो है वो पूछ ले. So it is just completely on you. I have just given you the crux. If you want to read that particular document, you can it is just your choice. हाँ, एक ऊपर से अगर आपको नजर मारनी तो आप मार सकते हो. Otherwise, this is what is all about this particular report. I hope each and everything is clear. If still you have any doubt, you can just pin that in the comment section, and I'll make sure that I'll just reply to that. So all right, take care. I'll meet you in the next one. Till then, keep revising. Bye bye. Thank you.